Here is the Char Minar, which is Char Minar in Bukhara. This monument is also known as the Madrasa of Khalif Niaz Kuli, and it's a historic gatehouse for a now destroyed madrasa. The monument is protected as a cultural heritage site and is also a part of the World Heritage Site within the historic center of Bukhara. In Persian, the name of the monument means four minarets, or referring to the building's four towers, or Persian and in Hindustani it's the same thing called Char Minar, and it basically means four towers. The structure was built by a gentleman called Khalif Niaz Kul, who was basically a wealthy Bukharan of Turkmen origin in 1807. So it's much younger than Charminar in Hyderabad in India, built by the Qutb Shahi dynasties there. And this was built under the rule of the Mangid dynasty, who were basically a Mongol tribe. Interestingly, the building has no analogues in the architecture of Bukhara, and the inspirations and motives of Niaz Kul are unclear as to the usage. Wow, this is interesting. Here's a Hoja family guest house. I think the Hoja pronunciation changed over the centuries along the northern parts of this Indian subcontinent as Khaja or Khwaja. Very good, very interesting. Here's a full view of the four minars, and you can see the dome inside, or a cupola, which is nestled between the four minarets. Owing to the building's cupola, this particular one, the room underneath, which we'll try to access, which we may not be able to, but anyway, on my previous visits, the room has got good acoustic properties, and when the building was used, it took a special significance as a zikr khana. Zikr khana meaning a place for ritualized zikr ceremonies of the Sufis, the liturgy of which often included recitation, singing and instrumental music, and basically it was called a zikr khana, where zikr was conducted. As you can see, Char Minar is now surrounded mainly by small houses and shops, and which are all along its perimeter. So there's a lot of small little places and shops around here, little shops, but it's quite a sleepy, small environment. Well, you see, the towers of the Char Minar are not really minarets, you know. Three of them were used for storage, and one has a staircase which leads up to the top floor, and all of them are topped with domes, as you can see, the lovely turquoise type color domes, covered in, well, kind of turquoisey blue ceramic tiles. The other interesting thing about this is each of the four towers or minars or minarets have different decorational motifs, and some say that each reflects the four religions known to Central Asians in this part of the world, like they were reminiscent of, some motifs are reminiscent of a cross or Christian fish motif, Buddhist prayer wheel, in addition to Zoroastrian and Islamic motifs. So this is a myth, but it could be read in that aspect as well, that the four minarets also respect the four faiths known to people in this region. In 1995, there was an issue with one of the towers. I don't know which one it was, but it seems one of the towers was affected by an underground brook. The underground brook affected the structure, or maybe perhaps the foundations of one of the towers. But that was promptly rectified and repaired. And since then, Chor Minar has returned us one of the most popular sites of historic Bukhara. So, often visited, and it's still giving delight to people, those magnificent four minarets. Some more closer views of the Chor Minar. But the actual inspiration for this building and the actual purpose of the building is still unclear. But you may get a feel for the Zikr Khana mentioned earlier. This is the cupola and the dome for the Zikr Khana, where Zikr was conducted and instrumental music was played, recitations were made, and Zikr was done under the main cupola with great acoustic properties here. The Zikr Khana.